Welcome to Game 3 of the World Championship match between Magnus Carlsen and Sergei Karjakin, played in New York. Game 3 specifically played on the 14th of November 2016. Carlsen with the white pieces, Karjakin with the black pieces, and remembering that the opening two games were fairly simple draws, and which effectively then reduces the match from a 12-game match down to effectively a 10-game match with the 10 games remaining. And it's going to be interesting to see who will be able to make the first breakthrough. Carlsen began with e4, and we had e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, knight f6. And among the king pawn opening players, the Berlin defense has been a huge problem, as we saw clearly in the World Championship match between Kasparov and Kramnik, where Kramnik applied the Berlin defense, or the Berlin wall as it's more commonly known, to completely shut down Kasparov's options in the with the white pieces playing a king pawn opening, and as a result the Berlin wall defense has gotten the reputation of being very drawish. The queens come off an exchange off of one, possibly two rooks, and the game effectively transposes straight from opening into endgame, and it normally is an endgame with a symmetrical pawn position and very dry draws, normally emanating early on in the game. This game continued with castle short, knight takes e4, rook e1, knight d6, knight takes e5, bishop e7, bishop f1, knight takes an e5, rook takes an e5, castle short, d4, bishop f6, rook e2. Many people were thinking that this move by Carlsen was a novelty, but it has actually been played has been played a couple of times. The more normal move is rook e1 in this position, but maybe Carlsen didn't want to be 10 moves into the game with all of his major pieces still sitting on the back rank. b6, rook e1, and there we go. The pieces now move back, and 11 moves in, and all of Carlsen's moves are sitting on the first rank. Rook e8, bishop f4, rook e1, queen takes e1, queen e7, knight c3, bishop b7, queen takes an e7, bishop takes an e7. There we go. The queens are off the board, one of the rooks are off the board, and it's already starting to head into an endgame-ish type of position. a4, a6. The g3, g5, bishop takes on d6, bishop takes on d6, bishop g2, bishop takes on g2, king takes on g2, f5, knight d5, king f7, knight e3, king f6. And so far the Karjakin has managed to meet all of Carlsen's prepared attacking lines in this opening very well, but at the cost of gobbling up huge amounts of time on his clock, which will become a telling factor later on. Knight c4, bishop f8, rook e1, rook d8, f4, g takes f4, g takes f4, b5, a takes b5, a takes b5, knight e3, knight c6, king f3, rook a8, rook g1, rook a2, b3, c5, and finally Sergei cracks. Up to now nothing has gone seriously wrong, and no really excessive worry, but playing c5 in this position just opens the door just a crack for Magnus to be able to step through, and he grabs the opportunity at the first available chance he gets with rook g8, king f7, rook g2, c takes on d4, knight takes on f5, d3, c takes d3, rook a1. And as you can see from the position that's emanated here, from this combination, Magnus has managed to pick up the free pawn, which gives him a wonderful passer on the F rank that will be able to apply a certain degree of pressure down towards F8 as the game progresses. But will Karjakin be able to repel the threats? We'll have to wait and see. Knight d4, b4, rook g5, rook b1, rook a5 check, king e8, rook b5, f1, king e4, and here we got the last move to the first time control, and in this position Karjakin was already down to approximately 5 minutes on his clock, which was rather tenuous at best. Played rook e1 check, king f5, rook d1, rook e5 check, king f7, rook d5, rook d3, rook takes on d3, rook takes on d7 with check, king e8, rook d5. And trading off the d pawns has benefited black. With the reduced material, black only needs to make a few more pawn swaps and he will be home free to be able to make a draw, which is immensely frustrating for Carlsen, who just a few short moves ago had what was effectively a winning position on the board. We've got rook e5 check, king f7, rook e2, bishop g7, knight c6, and there's the rub. The problem with the white maneuvers is that black can set up one type of blockade for the knight coming in from one position, but then as soon as the knight flits across to another side of the board, he has to set up a completely different blockade to be able to repel the second attack. Rook h5 check, king g4, rook c5, knight d8. Obviously white wants to keep the game alive. Again, the trade of pawns will benefit black's chances of defending for the draw. For instance, if white had played knight takes on b4, that would have allowed rook b5, rook e4, h5 check, king e3, bishop f8, knight d3, rook takes on b3, which will be incredibly helpful for black's cause and being able to hold the draw. So after knight d8 played, king g6, knight e6, h5 with check, king f3, rook c3, king e4, bishop f6, rook e3, h4, h3, which is a careless slip from Magnus and allows Karjakin a little ways back into the game as far as trying to equalize the position. Rook c1, knight f8, king f7, knight d7, king e6, knight b6, rook d1, f5 with check, king f7, knight c4, and in this position, with only one move to make until the move 60 time control, Karjakin sunk into a fairly deep think. I mean, in this position, the move rook d4 check is really obvious, and you can say almost a forced move. And I think with one move to go until the time control, maybe Karjakin thought that there must be a trap hidden somewhere within this move. So he was sitting and concentrating and thinking, and his clock was running down, and with literally only 7 seconds remaining on his clock before his flag fell, he came up with the way obvious rook d4, that check which was there all along. King f3, and after fighting so tenaciously, Karjakin makes a slip immediately following time control. It's almost as if after playing the rook d4 check and breathing this massive sigh of relief after making time control, he then let slip with bishop g5, which allowed rook e4, rook d3, king g4, rook g3 check, king h5, bishop e7, knight e5 check, king f6, knight g4 check, which is immensely strong, king f7, rook e6, rook 8 takes on h3, again, picking up a couple of the pawns. Remember that if black is able to exchange of the pawns, the game will be a dead book draw, according to the number of table bases. Knight e5 check, king g7, rook takes an e7, king f6, knight c6, and king f5, king takes an f5, knight f5, rook h1, and here after a supreme effort and getting himself into a winning position 3 times during the game, Carlsen, due to fatigue, remember we are almost at 6 hours of play, played rook b7, which then allowed rook a1, which Sergei sees as his one and only chance to be able to save the draw. Continuing, rook b5 check, king f4, rook takes on b4 with check, king g3, rook g4 check, king f2, knight c4, h3, rook h4, king g3, rook g4, king f2, and in that position Carlsen extended his hand, offered the draw, and the game was drawn. And what a phenomenal game. Now, from a psychological point of view, as far as the match is concerned, the Carlsen had 3 chances where he had a winning position on the board, and he was failed to be able to convert the winning game that he had. So the fact that the game ended in a draw psychologically is a major boost to Karjakin, and Carlsen will be berating himself for not being able to convert the full point. So the fact that this game ended in a draw after close on 7 hours of play actually plays into Karjakin's favor when he picks up the white pieces in game 4, and we'll have to wait and see what transpires there. That brings me to the end of my report on game 3 of the World Championship match in New York City on the 14th of November 2016 between Magnus Carlsen with the white pieces and Sergei Karjakin with the black pieces. Remember to like and share this video, post any comments, questions or criticisms that you may have in the comment section down below. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and last but by no means least, until we meet again, stay carved up for the win. I'll see you next time. Cheers.